Good afternoon. Today we will discuss about another topic that is called reading skills. Okay, we all know about the language whole stuff. Okay, so language types we have. So in language we have 4 skills: Lsrw skills. So here L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, R stands for reading, W stands for writing. Okay, right? So in language we have 4 skills. What are the skills? Lsrw skills. We call it as Lsrw skills. L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, and R stands for reading, W stands for writing. Okay, right. Today we will discuss about one particular topic that is called reading skills. So what is that? Okay, right. So what is that? So reading skills. What is reading? Okay, right. Here is a famous quotations. First one is, no entertainment is so cheap as reading, nor any pleasure so lasting. Okay, right. Another quotation from reading skills. So today a reader, tomorrow a leader. So reading is very important. Okay, right. So reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. Okay, right. So here is a reading is a little reader is all therapy a person needs sometimes. Okay, right. So coming to the reading. Reading means what? Reading is a particular interpretation of something. What is reading? Reading is a particular interpretation of something. Okay, right. Reading is a skill which enables us to get a message. So what is reading? Reading is a skill which enables us to get a message. Okay, right. In reading, reading is recognizing the written words. What is reading? Reading is a skill which enables us to get a message. At the same time, reading is recognizing the written words. And reading is getting the information or getting or understand the passage. Reading is and understand the passage. And it is also used to teach pronunciation. What will learn in through reading? Through reading we will learn a right pronunciation. Okay, right. So reading also grasping the information from text. What is reading? Reading also grasping the information from the text is called reading. So come again. What is reading? Reading is a skill which enables us to get a message. Or reading is recognizing the written words, at the same time getting the information. Reading while reading we understand something. Okay, right. So use it to teach pronunciation. While reading we will develop a pronunciation. At the same time grasping information from the text is also called reading. Okay, right. So what do we read? What do we read? So addresses, calendars, phone books, name cards, bank statements, credit cards and maps, weather forecasts and pamphlets. Okay, right. So product labels, washing instructions, short stories, novels, plays, poems and handbooks. Okay, right. So cloth size, labels, cloth size labels, children's scribbling, informal letters, business letters, rules and regulations, electronic mails, fax messages, at the same time junk mail and postcards, greeting cards, comic books. These are all come under the reading session. Okay, right. Newspapers, diplomas, application forms, store catalogs, magazines, radio and TV. These are all come under the reading part. At the same time, advertisement posters also we can read, and travel guidance we can read, and cookbooks we can also read, and repair manuals, memos, time schedules, street signs, syllabus, journal articles, at the same time lyrics, film substance and diagrams. These are all come under the reading part. Okay, right. So coming to the second one, why do we read? Why do we read? We read for pleasure. At the same time, we read to get the information from the text. So why do we read? We read for pleasure. At the same time, read to getting some information. Okay, right. Coming to the types of reading skills. Okay, right. So how many types of reading skills? There are 4 types of skills. Okay, what are that? Okay, right. Types of reading skills. We have 4. Number 1 is skimming. Second one is scanning, and intensive reading and extensive reading. Okay, right. So coming to the first one, what is skimming? Skimming is a quick reading process. What is skimming? Skimming is a quick reading process to know the general meaning of the passage. So what is skimming? Skimming is a quick reading process, and to get knowledge or information to understand the meaning of a passage is called skimming. To know how to the passage is organized. Another thing is to know how the passage is organized, and to get an idea of the intention of the writer. Okay, right. What is skimming? Skimming is a quick reading process to know the general meaning of the text, and to know how the passage is organized, and get an idea to the intention of the writer. These are all come under the skimming process. Okay, skimming is a more complex task than scanning. Skimming is a more complex task than the scanner, because it requires the reader to organize and remember some of the information given by the author. So what is skimming? Skimming is a more complex skill than the scanner, because it requires the reader to organize the skill and to remember come on to the information given by the author, not just to locate it. Okay, skimming is a tool in which the author's sequence can be observed, unlike scanning, in which some predomination information is sought after. Okay, right. Skimming is a tool. Okay, right, to get information. Here is an activity, and here is what the experts now see. Okay, right. Global surface temperatures have not risen in 15 years. They make the high estimate unlikely. Okay, right. This is an activity we will do in a reading process. Okay, right. So what are the 4 skills? Skimming, scanning. Okay, right. So come on. Second topic is scanning. Okay, first one is the skimming, and second one is the scanning. What is the scanning? Scanning is a quick reading focus on locating specific information. What is scanning? Scanning is a quick reading process to get some specific information from the particular passage or text. Scanner involves quick eye movement. Scanning is involved quick eye movement into necessarily linear in fashion, in which the eyes wander until the reader finds a piece of information needed. Scanning is to get something, a piece of information to get while doing scanning process. Scanning is used when a specific piece of information is required, such as name, date, symbol, formula, and phrase is required. So what is scanning? Scanning is used when a specific piece of writing or a specific piece of information is required, such as name, date, symbol, formulae or phrase is required. Okay, right. The reader knows what the item looks like and so on. Okay, so when he has located what he was searching, okay, right, it is assumed then that very little information is processed in long-term memory or even for immediate understanding, because the object is simply matching. So what is scanning? Scanning is used when a specific piece of writing it is required from a name or date or symbol. This is the activity for scanning. So global surface temperatures have not risen in 15 years. They make the high estimate unlikely. So this is a changes everything. Global warming should no longer be the main determination of economic or energy policy. Another one is climate modes. Climate modes are running too hot. Current flat trend may continue for 2 more decades. This is one activity for while doing reading process. Okay, right. A quick glance about the quiz about skimming and scanning process. Okay, right. So check the answers. Getting the main idea of a text by glancing over it in a short time is called dash. Okay, what is the process? Okay, right. So getting the main idea of a text by glancing over the short time is called skimming or scanning. Okay, right. So skimming. So what is the answer is skimming. Okay, next one. People scan a text when they want to find dash information. Okay, right. People scan a text when they want to find dash information. That is called scanning. Okay, right. The first one is getting the main idea of the text is called skimming, and people scan a text when they want to find some information regarding the scanning. Okay. Second one, people who find it helpful to use their dash and guide their eyes would probably find easy when scanning text on a particular computer screen. So what is the answer here? So here is a people who find it helpful to use their finger to guide. Okay, right. So answer is finger to guide their eyes would probably getting some information. Okay, right. Second, the next one. People are not scanning a text effectively when they dash. So select one option. First one is look for content words or visual cards and read every word in your text. Know what they are looking for and read blocks of words. So what is the answer? People are not scanning a text. Okay, right. So right answer is read every word in a text, know what they are looking for, read blocks of words. So right one is second one. Read every word in a text. Okay, next one. Which of the following does not involve in skimming process? Okay, right? So, which of the following it does not involve in skimming process? C. Reading the initial sentence in each paragraph. Okay. Looking quickly forward you are not familiar with. Looking at a photograph in an article. Reading the first and last paragraph in a newspaper article. So, which one is the right answer? Which of the following does not involve in the skimming process? Skimming process, which of the following does not involve in the skimming process is looking quickly for words you are not familiar with the topic. The second one is the right answer. Next one. Okay, come back. Till now we discussed about Lsrw skills, particularly in reading skills. Okay, right. So in previous lecture we discussed about the 4 skills regarding reading skills. In reading skills, segregated in 4 types. Number 1 is skimming, scanning, intensive, and extensive reading skills. Okay, right. So in previous class we discussed about the skimming and scanning process. What is the skimming and what is the scanning process? We discussed in previous class. So coming to the intensive reading. In intensive reading, reading for purpose and course books, etc. So it is declined or detailed in classroom. Detailed in classroom analysis led by the teacher of vocabulary and grammar points, which is called a intensive reading. What is intensive reading? Intensive reading is a reading for purpose, is a course books, etc. And it is a detailed in classroom analysis led by the teacher and to give a vocabulary and grammar points in the short passage. This is a intensive reading. Okay, intensive reading, sometimes called narrow reading. So intensive reading is also called as narrow reading. Narrow reading may involve students reading selections by the name of author or the several texts about the same topic. So what is intensive reading? Intensive reading to learn within the classroom analysis and to get a good vocabulary in the given passage. Intensive reading sometimes called as a narrow reading. Narrow reading may involve students to read the text or to read the passage. Involve the students reading selection by the same author or several texts about the same topic. Okay, right. So intensive reading, sometimes called as a narrow reading, may involve students reading selections by the same author or several text about the same topic. This is called an intensive reading. The success of narrow reading on improving reading comprehension is based on the premises that the more similar the reader is with the text, either due to the subject matter or having read other works by the same author, the more comprehension to be prompted. Okay, right. So the success of narrow reading to improve your comprehension. Okay, right. So the more familiar with the readers with the text, either due to the subject matter or having read other works, either subject matter or having read other works by the same author, the more comprehension prompted. Okay, right. Coming to the extensive reading. What is extensive reading? Reading for pleasure. Extensive reading is to read pleasure, storybooks, novels, magazines, etc. comes under the extensive reading. So, extensive reading is carried out to achieve a general understanding of a text. What is extensive reading? Extensive reading is carried out to achieve something understanding the text. Okay, right? So, what is extensive reading? Extensive reading is carried out to achieve general understanding of the passage or text. It occurs, extensive reading occurs when students read large amounts of high interest material. Okay, right? What is called? When students read large amounts of the interest material, usually out of a class, containment on the meaning. Okay, right? So the aims of extensive reading are to be built reader confidence and enjoyment. So, what is the aim of the extensive reading? Extensive reading are to build reader confidence. While going to the extensive reading, we build a confidence level, confidence and enjoyment is come under the extensive reading. Extensive reading is always done for the comprehension of main ideas. So, what is called as extensive reading is always done by the comprehension of main idea. Comprehension of main ideas, not for specific details. It should not give the specific details to understand, to comprehend the main idea. Okay, right? So, come again. Extensive reading is always done for the comprehension to main ideas, not for specific detail or specific topic. Okay, right. Let's click on a quiz about intensive and extensive reading. Okay, a reading course books belongs to the type of dash reading. Okay, reading textbook, magazines, etc. comes under the what type of reading? Comes under the what type of reading? Intensive reading. So, what is that? Reading course books belongs to the type of intensive reading. Okay, reading novels, short stories, magazine comes under the umbrella of dash reading. Okay, right. Here is a intensive reading. Reading novels, short stories, magazine comes under the umbrella of extensive reading. Okay, right? What is intensive and what is extensive? Intensive reading is a reading course books belongs to the type of which one? Intensive reading. And reading novels, short stories, magazines and comes under the umbrella of extensive reading. Okay, right. So, third one, these are all the exercises you will do later session. The reading done in classroom is dash. Okay, right. The reading done at home is which type of reading? The reading done for pleasure is which type of reading? Reading done for pleasure. Which type of reading is skimming? Okay, right. The reading done purposefully is dash. What type of reading is there? Okay, right. Skimming, scanning, extensive or intensive reading. Okay, right. Dash reading is an individualized activity because we can choose the topic by ourselves and we can do it in every way. What type of reading skill is there? Intensive, extensive or skimming or scan. Okay, coming to the next one. Dash reading text more difficult than reading because it is what type of academic reading. Okay, right. So, a reading journal and thesis is the example of dash type of reading. Besides that, comic and Novel is the example of dash type of reading. In these blanks, we will fill that intensive, extensive, or skimming or scanning process. Okay, in dash reading, we read for pleasure, not detail and only global understanding comprehension. Besides that, in dash reading, we read to search on the main point of the text. What type of reading is there? Skimming, scanning, extensive or intensive reading. Okay, right. Coming to the strategies and processes of effective reading. Okay, right. So, till now we discussed about the skimming, scanning, extensive and intensive reading. Okay, right. In that reading part, what are the strategies we will follow? Okay, strategies and process of effective readers. What are the strategies? Okay, here segregated in 3 parts. What are the strategies? Okay, pre-reading, during reading and after reading. Okay, before reading, that is called pre-reading. Pre-reading, we will see set a purpose for reading. Before reading, we should go for set a purpose for reading. Set goals for reading and determine a plan for reading. Before going what you will read, you should follow a plan for reading and activate a background knowledge. Okay, we should know the background of the passage and make predictions. Okay, coming to the during reading, this one follows the pre-reading. Before going to read a book or a textbook or passage, we should follow these things. Set a purpose for reading, set goals for reading, and determine a plan for reading, activate a background knowledge, make predictions. Okay, while coming to the reading part, during reading, what we should learn and what we follow the tips. And during reading, ask questions. Why? What happens? Okay, whom did talk? Like that, you have to ask questions and give a summaries. During reading, give a brief summaries. Note down summary. Or during reading, identify main ideas. What is the main idea of the passage? What is the main idea of the text? Okay. What are the themes? Okay, you have to justify. While during the reading, ask questions. During reading, give a summaries and identify main ideas. At the same time, make connections, make inferences, and visualize the passage. Use fix-up strategies and understand new vocabulary. While doing exercises or while going to read reading comprehensions, you should gain some new vocabulary. Okay, right? Understand new vocabulary, create interpretations. Okay, right? This is all come under the during reading process. And coming to the after reading. So, before pre-reading, we should follow these things, and during the reading, we should follow these steps, and after reading, what will we follow? After reading, reflect on what you have read. Okay, right? So then take one example from your textbook or take one passage. What you will do? Reflect on what you have read. Secondly, revise interpretations. First one is reflect on what you have read. Second one is revise. Revise the topic, revise the passage or revise interpretations. Summarize main ideas. Third step is summarize main ideas. And fourth one is draw conclusions. Next one, seek additional information. Okay, right? While reading process, while before reading, Pre-reading activities are there. Set a purpose for reading, set a goal for reading, and detailed or plan for reading. And next one is activate a background and knowledge and make a predictions. And while doing reading part, during reading, what will follow? Ask a question, summarize, identify the main ideas, and next one, make connections, next make interference, and next visualize, next use fix up strategies, understand new vocabulary, and create interpretations. Okay, right. So coming to the after reading, what should we follow? In after reading, reflect on what you have read and revise interpretations. And next, summarize main ideas and draw conclusions and seek additional information. These are all coming under the strategies. Okay, right? What are the strategies we should follow? We should follow the strategies pre-reading, during reading, and after reading. Next, coming to the becoming an active reader. Okay, right. So, what should we follow? Become an active reader. In active, we should follow active reader, skimming ahead and jumping back. Okay, right. First, we should follow the skimming process. Okay, right. So, next one, making up the text. Second point, making up the text. Next, highlighting or underlying key ideas, identifying and underlying the key ideas, and circling unfamiliar words. What should we follow? Becoming an active reader. In active reader, we should follow skimming ahead, at the same time marking the text and highlighting the underlying the text, and circling unfamiliar words. And next, making marginal notes. Okay, right. You got questions, agreement and disagreement, or connections, evaluation. These are all come under the reading process. Make observations. What you read in the passage or textbook, you should make an observations regarding the particular passage. Reading comprehension, success in 20 minutes a day, 2005 and 17. Okay, right. So, making a marginal notes is very, very important. And coming to the comprehensive reading. What is the comprehensive reading? Okay, right. So, see, read the text, and you should, more observations are there and more understanding of the passage or text. And next one, activate prior knowledge. Okay, next, use context clauses. Okay, next one, into meaning. Okay, what is the meaning of the passage? Okay, you learn a number of new vocabularies are in particular passage. And think aloud. What is the passage is going on, or what is the textbook is regarding, what explains it. Okay, right. You should think aloud and summarize the story. Okay, right. Then select one topic and selecting a topic and problem, and at the same time solution. We should follow comprehensive reading. Coming to the tips to cultivate in lifetime reading habit. Okay, right. What are the tips we should follow while reading? Okay, right. We should follow set time. Okay, we should follow time, and we should follow always carry a book. Okay, right. Next, make a list. Make a list of new vocabulary, list of jargons. Okay, right. List of phrases, adjectives. So these are all come under the make a list. And find a quiet place. And next one, reduce television or internet. We should follow these tips. At the same time, keep a log. Go to used bookshops, and you should read a number of books, and have a library day. Okay, you should maintain a library in house, Okay, next one, read and compelling books and make it pleasurable, and set a high goal and have a reading hour or reading a day. Okay, in every day you should read newspapers or magazines or etc. Okay, right. What are the barriers to effective reading? What are the barriers? So, lack of grammatical and linguistic competences. What is the first one? First barrier is lack of grammatical rules or comprehensive. Okay. Next one, lack of motivation. Next, lack of connectedness. Okay. Lack of concentration on the particular passage or lack of concentration on particular text. Okay, right. These are all the barriers of the effective reading. Okay, right. So, proper light and ventilation. This is one of the barrier of the reading effective reading. Okay, next one is the size of the book and articulating the words and sentences loudly. These are all come under the barriers of the effective reading. Putting finger, pen or any object on the words and sentences while reading. Okay, right. So this is the one of the barrier. Narrow eye span. So this is also one of the barrier of effective reading. Okay, right. So here is a famous quotation from reading. Once you learn to read, you will be forever free. Okay, right. So another one is a book is a gift you can open again and again. Okay, right. So what is the quotation? A book is a gift you can open it again and again. Okay, another quotation is books are the plane and the train and the road. They are the destination and the journey they are home. So reading is very, very important in everyday life. Okay, reading is a discount ticket to everywhere. Okay, right. So reading is a good habit. Okay, right. So the more you read, okay, what will happen? The more you read, the more things you know. Okay, what happens here? The more you read, what happens? You more things you know. Okay, the more that you learn, the more places you will go. Okay, come again. The more you read, what will you learn? Number of things. More things you know. Okay, the more that you learn, the more places you will go. Okay, right. Next quotation. A home without books is a body without soul. What is that? What is that? A home without books is a body without soul. Okay, these are all coming under the reading skills. Okay, right. A brief summary about this class. So, what we learn in this reading session? Okay, in reading skills, we should follow 4 skills. That is called skimming process, scanning process, intensive reading and extensive reading. What are the strategies we should follow the reading process, and what are the barriers for the effective reading? So these are all come under the reading skills. So thank you.